Yo, it's been such a long week, fam. I can't wait to just sit back, roll some up. I think I'm gonna go crazy tonight. Roll up a can and with tons of flour and some extracts and all sorts. Bro, is this all we got left?
Bruh.
Dude, you guys didn't tell me it's done. The stash is done. Oh, man. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another iCan Home Grow Seed to Harvest series. What's good, y'all? We got tons of flour on deck. We never run out because we run in perpetual, baby. But today's episode, y'all, is gonna be a banger. We got tons of stuff planned for you guys. We're gonna dip into the garden, show you guys my secret when it comes to drying. But most importantly, we're gonna make a massive out of this world rocket ship. And that's gonna take us out of this world to another planet on that rocket ship. So you guys smash that like, hit that bell. We're gonna be doing crazy stuff today. When I'm talking crazy, I'm talking flour, extract flour, keef, extract flour. It's gonna be crazy. So just hit that like and let's get into it. But first, let's get into the veg tray. We got some work to do, but we're gonna top it all off with an awesome finale. So you guys smash the like, watch the video all the way through, because at the end, I'm challenging you guys. If any of you guys can finish what I'm gonna finish at the end, drop it in the comments and let me know if you guys have ever done anything like that. But it's gonna be crazy. So without further ado, let's get into today's episode.
Warning, this video is for scientific and educational documentary purposes only. We do not sell anything.
6 hours later.
Yes, guys, so we're in the veg chamber and we got all sorts of stuff going on. Spinny wheels, lazy Susans. This plant ain't looking too good. We're gonna get into that, but we got a bunch of them looking good all the way through. And we actually gotta do a few transplants, and that's literally the main reason why this girl's looking a little bit droopy. It's a little bit of overwatering mixed with the fact that she's root bound, and when things are that root bound, it's pretty easy to overwater. So in today's episode, we're gonna show you guys how easy it is to overwater in the smaller pots, because in smaller pots you gotta maintain constant irrigation. If not, it can dry out. And the main way you guys can tell if it's either overwatering or underwatering, well, for me anyway, is I literally just feel the leaves. I just give them a little feel, just like that. Like we're getting groovy, no diddy. But you know what I mean. You just give them a little feel, and if they feel like really flaccid, oh man, no diddy. But if it feels really flaccid, then you know it's underwatering. If it feels a little swollen, like it's swollen in there, then it's overwatering. It means it's got a lot of water. This feels like it's literally overwatering, because I know underwatering, they get really soft because there's no moisture, no liquid, nothing in there at all. No water in the plant stem cells, nothing. So yeah, I can tell that this is a little bit of that overwatering, simply because it was in a small pot. I was thinking it was drying out too fast, and that's one of the drawbacks of using small pots. But hey, it happens. Here we got the Huck's Breakfast. That's the Huck Breakfast A. We also got the Huck's Breakfast B and C. These are 3 different phenos, and they're all looking real good. As you guys can see, this one is looking real nice. This one in the back is also looking pretty good, but this one has just got that little bit of an overwatering issue. But nonetheless, we're gonna give her a transplant. We're gonna get things going, and she's gonna be looking good. Now down here, we also got a few different strains. We got the Tahoe OG crossed with that Platinum, really taking off. This is that in-house genetics. Shout out to in-house genetics. We did a little bit of a topping down here. You guys can see that top, and it's really threw off 2 nice, perfectly symmetrical shoots. So I'm just gonna continue training this girl. I actually threw on an LST clip pass, but took it off yesterday because it was getting too big, and it hardened off pretty nicely, forming a little bit of an L. So we may just pull her down so we can spread those bud sites out. We got some really nice bud sites on this girl already. You guys can see as we spin it around, bud sites everywhere, even this one down here. So things are looking good, and that's pretty much what I'll occasionally do in the garden. I'll come through this like this, sit down and pop some of these long fan leaves around, just so that some of these bud sites like this one can get some light. You guys didn't even see that one right there. That's another bud site. So that's the point of training. You want to make sure that all your plant bud sites get equal amounts of light. Now we also got the pastries A and pastries B. Now pastries B we transplanted a lot later, and it's looking pretty nice. I like how fat these leaves are, looking nice, making me think it's maybe an indica dominant strain, so we'll see how it goes. But this one, the leaves aren't as fat. This is pastries A, 2 different phenos. So we will see exactly how it goes in flower. But at first I was like, pastries A is growing really nice, really tall, really fast. Look at that branch, structural branching, guys. You guys can see that. But pastries B, because we ran out of soil and left it in the solo cup for so long. Of course, we got the solo cup, the poor little solo cup that's been waiting to be transplanted, and it hasn't been yet. We only transplanted this one recently, so it's taken a little bit longer to get to that point. We actually haven't even topped it yet, whereas this one, we've actually topped, we've done everything. To this one, like it's got 2 or 3 LST clips on there, so we've done a lot of things with this one. Now, way down in the back here, we've got the apples and bananas. Shout out to Elevate Seeds, but we got that apples and bananas as well. So we got a few different breeders down here. Apples and bananas is doing pretty good, but it's looking a little small thus far. I've topped this for quite a while ago, and it hasn't grown that much faster past this point. So we're just leaving it, letting it do its thing. You know, some of the other ones have definitely taken off a lot faster. Now we've also got up here a few different recent. Oh my God, you guys seen that live? Stupid. Damn, bruh. We got too hype. Okay, so we got the London Pound Cake, that's by Gingerbread Genetics. We got the Rainbow Belt in-house genetics. We got another London Pound Cake. We also got the Baby Yoda cross with the Nerd's Rope by Elevate Seeds. We got the Gazurpo by Humboldt, another Gazurpo by Humboldt. We got the Jealousy cross with that Nerd's Rope, and we've got the Josh DOG cross with that Platinum. Now all these seedlings are doing really well. We got them to push through the seedling stage, and they're looking really happy. Everything's looking really good, so I'm happy with how this has actually turned out. All of them looking really nice and healthy, and I'm doing the double solo cup method. So any of you growers out there who don't know what the double solo cup method is, I pop 2 solo cups and I put a massive hole in the bottom of the first one. And when I do that, that's easy for you to transplant out. Your roots go all the way through, and that way you don't have any root stress or any transplant shock when you're transplanting out of these situations. So it's a really nice way for you guys to also bottom water. So I'd come in here and I put some water in the bottom cup. It'll act as my res, and I just pop that in, and the water literally is assimilated upward through the medium. That promotes nice root growth out through the bottom. So there are a few ways that you guys can do it. Some people just water over top of seedlings. Some people go with spraying over top with a little mister, but I like this method, and all this promotes rigorous, vigorous, smigorous, and cantigerous root growth for me. So I like it, and it's something I've been doing for years. I've been actually reusing these solo cups for like the last year and a half. I keep them with one in and one out. Like, look at this one, guys. Really nice roots coming out of this, simply because the roots go searching out that water, and that is what you want to see, right? So I do this for clones, I do it for seedlings, and this is the benefit of a seedling. Long tap roots. You know, clones don't have tap roots, but they got bunch of roots. We're not getting to that discussion right now. All these strains, we're going to get them transplanted. We're going to get all 7 of these babies transplanted into some 2-gallon pots right here. So we're going from the 1 gallons to the 2 gallons. We're going to get these all transplanted. We got things prepped. We're going to set you guys up and show you guys what's good. We're going to transplant it with some of the iCan veg pack. We're going to do a little bit of a soil mix directly into the medium, and that will feed these ladies. Slow release organic fertilizer works great, and it's just what your plants need during veg. So we're going to get you guys set up, and let's do that.
1 minute later.
Alright guys, now before we actually get that transplant started, people have been asking about my medium. I'm using the Pro Mix. I love Pro Mix. I'm using the Premium Organic Garden Mix, and this is the compressed pack. It's actually like 2 bags in one that's just super compressed, like a massive, hard, compressed, like, you know, super dried out. But it actually works great. It has a little bit of perlite in there, not a whole lot, so you can add a little bit more in yourself. I usually use the red bag, but I've been giving this yellow bag a try, so people have been asking, how is it? It's pretty decent, man. It's actually not bad at all. I got a few ladies in the flower tent in this right now, so we'll see how they progress through flower. But what I like is that it's a nice base medium. It's just Pro Mix. You know, if you guys know Pro Mix, it's just a nice base potting mix, and that's what I like to do. I like to run it organic, and it actually pairs up really great with the iCan Organics, the Veg Pack, and the Flower Power. Both of them work real great. You can run them with cocoa too, but I found with cocoa I got to do more supplementing with CalMag, simply because cocoa is, well, cocoa, and it just ain't medium like this. This is that good old Pro Mix soil. So yeah, man, this is what we're using, and I just want to show you guys that Premium Organic Garden Mix. It's great for everything.
longer than a few minutes later.
Ooh, what's good, y'all? So we're back in the veg cabinet, and as you guys can see, everything is looking good. We got things all potted up. We got them in their new homes. These are now in 2 gallons from the 1 gallons. Down here, as usual, we got the smaller plants. We can't obviously fit all of them up here, so we got 2 slightly bigger ones just over there. But for the most part, we got all of them down here looking good in their new homes. We even got some of these little small ones out of the solo cups. Pop those into 1 gallon. Stuff like the London Pound Cake, the Jealousy Cross with the Nerds Rope, the Gazerpo, and the Rainbow Belt. So we actually got a few things in there. Oh, can't forget about the other London Pound Cake. But we got a few of them, and we're going to leave these ones in here just for a little bit longer. Let those roots develop a little bit more before we get them out of their solo cups and into these 1 gallon pots. Now, as you guys can see, the medium is looking really dry. It's a really dry medium. As I showed you guys, it's decompressed, it's compressed, it's really dry and bone dry almost. So we got to actually throw some water in here and get these ladies nice and moist. It's really light, so you guys can tell it's super dry, and you guys can probably just see that it looks super dry. But like I said, we're gonna get these watered in, and with the iCan slow release organic fertilizer, that veg pack, it's just gonna do its thing, baby, and it's gonna be looking real good. And similarly to down here, up here we got a bunch of these girls looking real good as well. This one in the back, way down in the back, like I said, I don't hide anything from you guys. That's the one that was a little bit overwatered in the 1 gallon. She's in her new home now in that 2 gallon, so she's going to be able to recover, let those roots spread, and she'll be fine. Now we also got the Hulk Breakfast A, B, and C, so those are looking real good. We also got the Tahoe OG. I'm really pleased with how this is looking. Some really nice big fan leaves. Maybe it's indica dominant as well. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see when we get to sampling time, but we got some nice tops on there already. We also got some nice tops on here as well. You guys can see this one is the apples and bananas from Elevate Seeds. So all these girls are in their new homes and they're looking really good. So guys, smash the like for that. Transplanting is easy and it's super fun, especially when you got a little bit of a process, and the iCan Veg Pack is easy slow release fertilizer. So I'm really stoked to see how these girls progress and how things go. But for now, let's head on over to the flower chamber, because I want to show you guys what's going on in the flower tent, obviously. But also, we got some really dank cured up flour I had in a jar for like a year now, and I want to show you guys that because we're gonna roll up a monster. So let's go.
11 minutes later.
Alright y'all, so we in the flower room and we taking a quick foray into the flower tent just to show you guys what's good. We ain't got a whole lot going on in here. We got 2 plants which are getting close to harvest. We got the SFV OG over in the back there and the Banoffee Pie right over here. But we also got 2 cherry palomas literally down here, which we've just popped into flower. So these 2 are in the new medium that we use, and it really dries up over top pretty nice. So I'm kind of liking that just because it helps battle off some of those fungus gnats. I had a really bad fungus gnat problem with the last few runs, so I'm doing anything I can to just get them out of here. If you guys got any tips for fungus gnats, drop in the comments down below and let me know. But all that said, the flower tent's still looking good. Little things like all of this down here is obviously not good for pests, so that's not helping right now. I gotta clear all that out, and I'm promising you guys I'm gonna clean this tent out super soon, and we're gonna get an upgraded light in here. Right now this is running with the Mars Hydro FC6500, and we got a new version of this light. It's upgraded, it can connect to Bluetooth and all types, so I'm really excited for that and to get that in. But I'm also gonna get a few UV IR supplemental lights in here as well, because in the flower tent, that's when all the magic happens in the flower tent. You want to give your plants any chance they can to produce more terps, more colors, more aromas, whatever they need to do, more biodenoids, all that stuff. Trichromes, everything, man. So for the most part, things are looking real good. Everything in here is actually running on the iCan Flower Power. Perfect. Easy, slow release organic fertilizer. You ain't got to do a whole lot, just slow release fertilizer. Mix it directly into the medium or top dress, and either one works fine. Breaks down slow, and it's got a built-in beneficial bacteria boost that really helps your plants through flower. You hear that, guys? It's proper stuff. Perfect. Like I said, we only got 4 plants in here right now. 2 cherry palomas over up to the front. And down in the back here, we got that SFV OG. It's getting close to harvest, but we still got a little bit of time on her. You guys can see just up at the top there. She's looking good, but we got still a little bit of those long-ish pistils. So I'm going to wait for some of those pistils to, you know, not be so long and protruded. And that's usually a good sign of, you know, you're getting close to harvest. Of course, you got to take out your trichome reader, your trichome device, your USB microscope, and check the trichromes. Now these trichromes. Now this is super early in flower, so right now we ain't got any trichromes on these cherry palomas, obviously. Do got some right here on the Banoffee pie, and as you guys can see, the Banoffee pie looks real nice too. Banoffee pie is actually a beautiful strain that I created myself. It's super limited. We ain't got much of these left, so guys better grab them before they're all gone. But the Banoffee pie looks real good. You guys can see they're putting in work. With the Banoffee pie, you get some really nice colors when you drop those temps. So definitely check that out, grab it. And I want to see what you guys are running. Let me know what you guys are running, because I'm looking for some frost for the iCan Championship Frost Cup. And that's why we got tons of plants in the veg chamber right now, because we're trying to find out what's good. Now, this Banoffee pie pheno is actually the breeder's cut pheno, but for the most part they get really nice and smelly, and they get a really nice little fades on some of those fan leaves. So it's a really beautiful girl. But like I said, we ain't got much going on in the flower tent right now. I just wanted to give you guys an update, take you guys in here, show you guys what's good. But we got something to roll up, because speaking about flower, I literally grabbed some flour out from a dispo in Virginia. It was actually out in DC, if I'm not mistaken. But I grabbed some space rocks, and what I want to do with you guys is roll those space rocks up and mix that up with some nice concentrates. Get it real going, see what you guys think, and just have some fun with it, man. So let's go do that, bro. Yo, alright y'all, so we're back in the bathroom, no baby paws, all that good stuff, but I just wanted to show you guys what we got going on before we actually go into roll some stuff up. This is stuff that we had hanging in the tent. All this in here is SFVOG. Out here, this is some cherry paloma, and right here, man, we got LSD clips falling and everything. And right here, I think this is some of that slurricane. So we got a few different things hanging right now, and usually what I do when I'm trying to see how far along the dry is, I'll literally just come in and squeeze some of those flowers. Get a little light little squeeze, and then you can see, okay, is it super wet still, or is it really dry? Now some of the bigger ones may dry at a different rate to some of the smaller ones, so you might find that some of the smaller ones may be wet, or some of the bigger ones may be dry, or vice versa. That's why you always just go in. Now some people say do the branch snap thing, you know, wait until you hear a snap. Sometimes you may not actually have a snap, and if it's a bigger branch, you may not actually get the snap that you're looking for. So those are just things to bear in mind. Now these plants we actually hung about a week and a half now, so we had them hanging for a little bit now, and things are looking like they're starting to dry up really nice. As you guys can see, I left all the plant matter on there. Every single thing is on there, nothing came off, all the fan leaves, everything. I'll usually lollipop my plants, so the bottom third I'll remove, but I leave everything on, and that slows the dry down a whole lot, really helps to lock in some of those terps, flavors, and aromas, and that's really what you're looking for. A fast dry will actually abolish a lot of those things. So get rid, destroy. It'll be an abomination to your plants, so you don't want to do that. And that's what I say. I literally just hang them all up, and I go in and I just lightly touch them. If it still feels soft and sticky, then you know, okay, I got a few days left on it, maybe a week or maybe a week and a half, who knows. But when they're really dry, like this cherry paloma has been drying longer than everything else in here, so I know this one is going to be ready a little bit sooner, and just from the touch I can tell it's a little bit drier, and it's way drier than like this SFVOG. So guys, little things like that you can do. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Some people like the branch snap. Personally, I don't do the branch snap. I go in there and I just touch them, see how it feels. And I leave all these fan leaves on there because they act as little bud blankets. You guys can see how they literally fold around your flowers. They literally roll up all around them and fold up like little blankets and keep them nice and safe. So little things like that can really help you guys out. I just wanted to show you guys that real quick, but let's go roll some up, fam. Now yo, before we actually forget, we want to give you guys a quick update on the monster crops that we got sitting down in this Mars Hydro Aero Cloner. Shout out to Mars Hydro, man. Guys, use that discount code icanthc. The Aero Cloner works great. Like I showed you guys in the last episode, it's got an all-in-one light, it's adjustable. These things go out of stock pretty quickly, so check the website and use the discount code. But I just want to show you guys the update with some of the roots, man. We're getting crazy roots. This is literally a monster crop clone. This is a plant that was in flowering, and as you guys can see, it's already started to re-veg. Right now it's under 18 hours of light, 16 hours of light, so it's definitely on a re-veg cycle. But that's not even the craziest monster crop, because right here we got a few literal buds that we literally just stuck into the cloner, and those also began to root. Now they ain't as crazy in terms of the roots as the other one, but it just goes to show that you can definitely get your buds to root.
Perfect.
Just saying. So the next step on these plants would be 100% to get them into soil and just get them into the veg chamber, man. But they've 100% re-veg. These are both slurricane cuttings which I've taken. And as you guys can see, we got crazy root growth going on these. These are thick and matted and beautiful, white like spaghetti. And we're ready to get these into some pots and let them continue the re-veg process. Now for those who don't know, monster cropping is basically taking a cutting from a flowering plant. When your plant's in flower, you forgot to take cuttings during veg, it's okay, you can take monster crop clones during flower. Now as you guys can see, they are flowering, and because you're re-vegging them, they will grow a little bit funky. You may notice some funny growth, some weird serrated leaves. You may notice some 3 serrated leaves, like these ones up at the top only got 3, but the lower ones, when it was actually in a regular plant stage of life, it's got like 5. So you guys can see weird things like that may happen. Even this super long leaf just looks really funny, right? So little mutations, because it's not a natural process, that is re-vegging. So these things may happen. Now like I said, we're gonna get these into some medium and just go on with life, but I just want to give you guys the update, so let's go and do some fun stuff.
3 hours later.
Ooh, what's good, y'all? So we back now. We doing things a little bit differently, cause I got a little list, I got some flour, I got my space rocks. As you guys can see, we got all sorts of stuff. I actually got a whole trim tray right next to me with a little bit of keef up on there that we about to scrape off with you guys, but we're gonna make a really crazy J right now. What I actually wanted to do, literally, I got my list, and when I say I got a list, I literally got a list. And we're gonna make a concoction with some flour, extract, keef, roll up, extract, and some keef over all that. It may not make sense now, but it'll make sense when I'm done. So you guys may be wondering, well, Matt, what ingredients have you got to make that beautiful lasagna? Well, I actually got some of these space rocks. I think I showed you guys this on the channel once, but I never actually got into it. So let's get into it today. Here's some of the stats. Now this space rocks is 4 grams airheads. Total cannabinoids is 60.8%. Now it also says it's exotic flower, liquid diamond shell, space dust coating made of THCA and terpenes. Now the funny story about this, guys, I actually got this literally almost a year ago. Next month is going to be a year since I've gotten this. I got this when I went out to Virginia. I hit up DC, I hit up a really cool shop. I got this, and I never actually got around to indulging in it. So I figured, heck, let's bust it open with you guys, make something crazy, and see what's good. So blast off with the most potent bud in the galaxy. We gonna make it even more potent. That's literal space rocks, right? So when I saw this, I was like, man, these are space rocks. I gotta grab that, because I know what moon rocks are, but I never heard of the space rocks. It was pretty interesting to me. So here we got this. As you guys can see, it's probably lost a little bit of its color, but it still looks really great, like a massive solid nug. And just to prove that we are literally finally only just opening this now, we're literally now taking off that plastic, guys. Anyone wants that AMSR? Man, I gotta say, it does smell pretty freaking good. I can't even lie. Now obviously we're gonna get into all this to show you guys. We got our tray and everything set up, but this is pretty much what we're gonna be getting into today. We're gonna be rolling something up. We also got some beautiful extracts out here, so we're gonna be mixing this into our J's. Shout out to my homie JLS Monster, man. He actually hooked me up with this. So let's flip you guys down and show you guys what's good.
Moments later.
So yo, now like I said, I'm giving you guys an inside look into how I prepare my stuff. I bust out the nice rolling tray for you guys. This is the nice rolling tray. I've never actually rolled on it, but I figured, heck, we're gonna do something special, so let's bring out the nice rolling tray. Shout out to Rose. Now we also got this little rolling tray. This is my to-go rolling tray, which I carry everywhere, and my little orange bag, which has all of my essentials for, you know, what we do and we get on with. Most important thing is your eye drops, because you never know when you're gonna need it. Paper, lighter. This is a really cool tray which I got, and I literally like this little end right here. I can literally just pour any excess into the top of my J. So let's start first off with some of this flour. Now this flour, like I said, is that space rocks, that exotic flour. It literally looks so rock solid. Like I just rolled it out here and I can see a key falling off of it already, but you guys can see this right here, what we got. This is some really rock solid flour, guys. It looks pretty solid. And if I actually spin it around right here, you guys will see like some of that keef that's literally caked on there. It looks almost like PM. Some of you guys might have thought that, hey, what's that? Is that PM? Is that like a fungus? Man, that's straight up keef. That's that space dust. So I'm literally gonna roll some of this up, and we're not gonna stop there because we're actually gonna add some concentrates into the mix. So first off, we got some of this. This is from JLS Monster. I'm gonna get into some of this, literally roll some of this with my fingers and add it into the J. But also we're gonna get rid of some of this little excess that we got, because this has just been hanging around. My e-rig broke, and it's a Dr. Dabber e-rig. We're literally just gonna make use of these and throw it in the J as well. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I'm gonna do this and how we're gonna break it down. But yo, I think I'll be doing an injustice not to like literally bust this open on camera, bro. So look at that. Oh man, so hardcore. It actually smells pretty good. It's got a slightly lemony nose to it. It's actually not bad at all. It smells pretty decent. But the keef on the side, man, like I gotta get this in frame. The keef on the side, man, that's just crazy. It's actually insane. Like, I'm trying to just get this to really focus nicely, but look at that, guys. Look at that. It's actually caking up on my fingers and everything. You guys can see my fingers in the back. Yeah, guys, that's crazy keef. So I'm really happy that I was actually able to bring this out and finally get it open up and show you guys what's going on. So let's roll some of this up. Now most of you guys may be like, yo Matt, grab your grinder, and we actually got our trusty grinder. This is the one that I take everywhere with me. When I'm at home, I actually just pop out this grinder instead. Now this is my Pro Selects coffee grinder, man, and as you guys can see, I've been using it for quite some time and it works great. Oh, look at some of that keef that's just like on there, guys. Like, it's just all over the tray right now. It's intense. So we got that all ground up, thrown into the grinder, and this is time for the fun part. And then I just press it a couple times. And there you go. Simple. Now let's knock this baby out of here. She looks super keefy. And you know you gotta bang it out and make sure you get everything, but check this out, guys. Now y'all know we like a little bit of a salad over here, so we literally had to mix a little bit of that with some of that good old homegrown. And when it comes to the homegrown, we're using some of that banoffee pie, man. This is that dried and cured up banoffee pie. It looks great. And guys, it smells even better. If I can actually let you guys smell this, it smells amazing. So this is that homegrown. Just comparing the homegrown to the flour that you guys saw earlier, it's a whole different category, isn't it? One looks like super commercialized and one just looks beautiful and homegrown, exotic. Look at this. This is beautiful, guys. That banoffee pie. So you can definitely grab it. So we just grinded a little bit of that up and added it to the mix. Now one thing I always have as well is a little business card, just so that I can get my weed on my tray right. Now what I'm going to do next is grab a couple of these little concentrates and mix them together, because these I think are two different strains obviously, but at this point I'm not really too fussed or concerned about that. I'm just going to smush it and make it into a long cylindrical sort of thing so I could pop it in different areas of this. You guys can see what I mean right now. Some people might be saying, yo Matt, you're completely wasting that extract. It's fine, man. I'm going to smoke it in the middle of this J. So we're going to make a banger right now. Now we also got some more in here that we're going to just take out, scrape that baby out, and also do the same thing and just set it on there. Now this extract has also been sitting for quite some time. It's not been in the fridge or anything at all, so it's really dried up. You guys may be able to see that just from the looks of it, but it's all good. Like I said, we're going to make this into a crazy sesh right now. Ooh, okay guys, I'm excited. Check this out. And you guys tell me, that does not look heavenly, man. Like, that looks absolutely beautiful. Literally got the banoffee pie running down the bottom. In the middle we got the space rocks, the flour, and on top of the space rocks we got some of the extract, 3 different types of extracts. And back up at the top like a beautiful lasagna we got some more of the homegrown banoffee pie. This looks fantastic. Now it's just time to roll it all up, baby. But of course we got some of that keef that we're gonna actually just add to the mix as well, so don't think we stopped yet. This is just a little keef that I got at the bottom of my trim tray. I actually forgot about it, so we're literally just gonna scrape some of that up with, again, the old business card. Scrape that up and see what we get out of it. My intention is actually to add some of this to the flour that we're going to roll up, but also just add some of it to the outside. So if we get a little bit of extract that can actually stick to the outside, that'll be great. We can add some of this to it, but if not, I'm going to just use some honey, because I think I may have some honey, and that's some OG shit. And literally collect a little bit and sprinkle it on there. I'm going to sprinkle it just around the extract onto the space dust, space rocks. So we got something nice there right now, a nice little mix going on. Disclaimer, I'm not a fan of rolling with king size, especially raws. My preference is elements, 1 1/4 inch. The king size is probably just gonna work better to fill all this up and produce something nice. Alright y'all, so let's try to roll this up. Let's try to be careful and keep the lasagna packed as much as possible when we put it into the J. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I roll left-handed. That's just how I learned to roll, and I use a filter. And when I say filter, I actually mean roach, like one of these raw tips, these perforated tips. So we literally got everything up on this card right here. Let's try to get it perfectly into the J. No weed left behind. Gotta rip that glue off, bro. Damn! Now I'm actually pretty pleased with myself, guys. If you guys peep the tray, not much spill off at all. I literally think I got pretty much everything in there perfectly. And I ripped the glue off when I did it. Bam! That's a bad man. That's a shutter. Now I top down. Now it's time to bring out my trusty little stuffer. And we're gonna pack that in. Make sure we get everything in there. Bro, there's a literal piece of wax on the tray, bro. Stuff that in too, bro. We gotta get all that in here. So guys, this flour is literally 60% cannabinoids. We've literally added some extracts, some extra homegrown, and it's a massive cannon. It's like a baseball bat. We can slap it out of the park. We ain't done yet, because what we're going to do is actually try to smear some extract around on the side of this, maybe some honey, and then we're going to roll it in keef, because we're going next level. Now y'all, this is some straight up bro science, okay? Don't try this at home while a big ass piece of this extract falls out, wax everywhere. But what we're going to do is literally, I'm going to just burn some of this just to melt it up a little bit, get it a little softer, it's not as dry and crumbly, and then hopefully that way we can smear it along the sides of this J. But again, don't try this at home. And this is not something that I usually would do, just disclaimer, before you guys get crazy in the comments. So I warmed it up a little bit and it smells pretty nice, and it definitely has gotten nice and softer, nicer and softer. So we got this right here, and what we're going to do is actually try to rub and smear this all on the side of the J, and then roll that baby in keef. Now just in case that fails, I did get some of the honey, but we're actually going to try this first. Now things have gotten pretty nice and soft. That's exactly how I wanted it to be. Before it was super dry and crumbly, but now you can see it's got an almost wax-like consistency. I'm trying to get this on camera. It's got an almost wax-like consistency, whereas before it was just really dry and hard. I don't know if you guys can see inside of the jar, but you guys can see some of the dry, hard excrement on there. Now what we're going to do is literally smear this onto the side of this J as much as we can, as best as we can. We're going to try to rub it all on there. Now we don't want to actually rip the paper of the J, so we got to be careful. Now you guys can see we got it to like really get like a nice little waxy finish on there, smeared on there real nice. Now this is just a stoner experiment, guys. I don't often do something like this. I think the last time I did something like this was like when I went out to Vegas and I smoked a personal before I left. And just for good measure, we'll just pop a little bit of extract right up at the top of the J2. Stick it in there nice. Now we pretty much cleared this up. And we've got this looking really aggressive, but we ain't done yet, guys. So now, just because I'm extra and I like to do crazy stuff, I'm literally still just gonna add a little bit of honey, just like the old school OGs used to do. If you know, you know. I used to do this when I was a kid growing up, man. Just add a little bit of honey onto the edge. Not a whole lot, right, guys? Not a whole lot at all. That's like literally just a couple dabs you guys can see there. And then you smear that up and down, and that actually provides not only like a slower burning J, but it's also going to provide the keef that we're about to roll all up in this way to stick on there, you know, just a little bit of a stickage, so to speak. Does that even make sense? Now, yo, if you have not tried putting honey on your J and making a really crazy, beautiful J, then you probably haven't lived your life yet. So you need to live your life.
A few minutes later.
Now we got a little bit of the stickiness on there. We got some extracts on there. It looks like one of those medieval baseball bats that have nails sticking out of it. And what we're literally going to do now is just roll it into some of this keef. Let's get this keef into a nice long little surface area so we can actually roll this in it real proper, nice and proper. So we're going to start just like that and roll it in it. Try to get as much of the stickiness on there. Oh man, this looks so good, guys. I'm getting crazy excited. This keef is sticking to it so good. Oh my word. Actually gonna just pick some of it up and literally toss it onto the top. And anything that didn't make it on there, I'm literally gonna just put it on myself. Man, this is a crazy J. This is wild. This is gonna have me out like a light. Probably gonna be smoking this for like an hour. Cause my usual J's take me like 30 minutes. Oh my, so here we are, guys. Close to the final thing. Pretty close. Got keef all in the outside with extract. You guys know we got extract on the inside. This is crazy. Now, yo, I actually got to figure out a way to set this up right to like actually have it, you know, just stand up straight without any of the keef falling off and without it touching anything. Maybe I'm gonna stick it in the jar, the Space Rocks jar. Let's just stick it in the jar, see if that works. There we go, guys. So this is literally the cannon of death that we just made. It's caked in keef, as you guys can see, caked in extract. It's got extract on the inside, keef on the inside. Man, I'm gonna enjoy blazing this up. Yo, so I just had a stoner moment, right? We got a couple J's here, right? We got a regular size one. We got one of my regular ones that I would toke on myself. This is what I literally roll up. It's just a little bigger than a regular size one. And then we got the monster that we rolled up last night. But I wanted to weigh all of them and see what they weigh in at. So this is a regular size one. This is one like if you're running out, you'll roll one of these up. That's about 0.8384 grams. Okay, what about this one? This is my slightly bigger one. This is what you guys will see me toking on most times. This one is about 1.38? Yeah, about 1.38. But the one that we rolled up, yes, but the big cannon that we rolled up with all the keef and extract on that baby, how heavy is that one? Damn, bro! That's rolling in heavier than an eighth. That's 3.77 grams on that monster. Damn! I'm gonna smoke this one first. Damn, let's go. I'm gonna see you guys later. This is gonna be crazy. This is wild. Straight up. So if you guys enjoyed that, smash the like, man, because that's wild. We're about to go and enjoy this one. So that's what's up, yo. We had a crazy different type of episode today where we showed you guys some of the space rocks, made it something special and unique and into our very own spaceship. And we're about to hit that spaceship and take off into the Netherlands. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Guys, smash that like. But wait, if you guys want to find out more about growing that fire, then definitely check out any episode on screen right now. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, fam.